What's up, folks? It's me, AJ from ajFitness. Today is a big day. It's squat day. First thing I'm doing is I'm getting a little warm up with 135 pounds, squatting all the way down, drop it low. Do this for only one set and for 10 repetitions. Very controlled movement. I am doing it kind of fast because that's obviously because I can handle the weight a lot easier than I could later in my work sets. And I'm just trying to get the blood flowing a little bit more, work out some kinks in my joints, make sure everything feels right, and I'll be prepped to move up in weight, which is 225 pounds. Do this for one set for 5 reps. Now, the reason why I only do for 5 reps is because I want my work sets to be as effective as possible. Don't want to wear myself out too quickly. But at the same time, I do want to work with go up gradually, just to make sure that everything still feels okay. I'm gonna finish this setup right here. And one thing that you can't see is that I'm actually doing this in my socks. I got a tip in my last video, in one of my last videos, to do this in my socks because that allows you for your feet to be flat on the ground, and with more surface area touching the ground, more power can be exerted through your legs, and you're able to squat more than what you usually can. I was a little nervous at first because I feel like I'd slip or I'd drop something on my foot, but I got over it pretty quick and turned out to be better than I thought. This is 265 pounds, still maintaining pretty good form. Now here, 285 pounds. Now this is what made my workout really excellent. This set right here is going to be really crappy, mainly because I didn't go down far enough, and I wasn't mentally ready. I just kind of picked up the bar, put it on my shoulders, and started squatting. As you can see, I'm going to start getting tired. I attempt 5 reps here, but I'm going to say 4 because I sacrificed 1 rep just to make sure that I maintain good form. And I think that should that should be a rule for everybody. You know, don't count the reps, make the reps count. I'm sure you guys have heard it. I'm going to say it again. Now, I believe this is actually the crappier set, but no. This is the set afterwards where I took the camera, looked at myself, and I said, this isn't right. I can go lower than that. You know, I shouldn't be making an excuse for myself just because I'm moving the weight. So I went down as low as possible, as low as my body would allow me to go. And you can see it in my face that I'm trying, like I'm going to poop myself. 285 pounds. This is my 90% of my max. My 100% max is about 320, but we're going to work to increase that over time. Now I know what to expect from this video. I know what my comments are going to say. Your squat form needs work. Let me tell you something. Everybody's squat form is always going to need work. Okay? So the people that are going to be saying this are either people that don't know what they're doing with squats themselves, or they're going to be people that know what they're talking about and have seen gains by tweaking their form. Obviously, what happens is the closer you get to your max in any exercise, your form will suffer just a little bit. But that's a good thing because that's teaching your body to build the motor skills to handle more weight and still maintain form. Now this is 225. No, I'm sorry, this is still 285. And like I said, these clips were actually about 2 minutes long each because I would get to the bar and I would continue to mentally prepare myself. I'd really have to amp myself up. And actually, as you can see, I have my headphones in because I'm using a better camera. I really like this camera. I'm going to have it for a while. But here, I was really in the zone. Probably one of the best workouts I've had in a while. Now we move on to 225. Now the reason why I dropped back down for the squats is because I want to, like I said earlier, I want my body to make sure that it's still working with proper form. So on 225, a weight that I know I can handle, I go down a little bit further past what I could go with 285. And the main reason I do this is because I want my body to not leave off with not complete full range of motion. So I did that for a few reps just to make sure that I'm still able to get that full range of motion. And we're finished with squats. They were intense, they were short, but they were intense. Now this is an exercise that actually got a lot of attention in the gym. These are the barbell hip thrusts. Now, if you couldn't get from the name, here, I'll just show you. So if you do want to try this exercise, I suggest that you should try it with no weight, just the bar, as you should with any exercise that you try to do. Now all I'm doing here is I'm resting the bar on my hip, not on my hip bone because that would hurt, and just thrusting my hips up into the air. And as you can see, my friends right here, they start talking. Here, I'll be quiet for a second. You're gonna see me real quick. I'm gonna try. See, I tried not to laugh, but I really had to finish this set. But it was really funny. Something that they haven't seen before. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it really hits your hamstrings, your lower back, and your glutes. I didn't do as many sets that I planned because obviously the same muscles will be worked on my deadlift day. If you haven't seen the deadlift video, make sure you guys go check that out. Deadlifts are another exercise that I need to tweak in terms of form. 185 pounds here. Man, these were really hard, especially after squats. And I'm not entirely sure, but I did kind of feel it in my quads a little bit. I felt it in my quads a little bit because at one point your legs are somewhat extending, and the muscles responsible for extending your leg to a straight line are your quads, but it was definitely targeted for my hips. And I have no idea how I'm shaking the camera. This camera's on a separate stool, and I have no idea how I'm shaking the camera. It's just because I'm so strong that I just shake the whole gym, right? No. And another set's my heaviest weight, 205 pounds for the hip thrust. Like I said, guys, very effective exercise. And here I go again, going back down in weight. This is just to, keep the blood flowing. Pump them out with the lighter weight. And I really emphasize on the form. I really went up and I squeezed my butt cheeks, tightened on my hamstrings, and you really feel it afterwards. And when you do these, guys, make sure that your back is going to be stable, because the last thing you want to do is have that much weight on your hip and then have it make you slide down, and then you hurt your back, you slip a disc in your back and hurt your neck. This is what I'm using for shrugs. I did shoulders the day before, and so the reason why I'm using this contraption right here is because it keeps me from overloading my shoulders, even though because I just did them yesterday. I did 90 pounds. I would say it's 135 pounds, but I doubt that it is because I had no idea how much the machine itself weighs, so I'm just going to say 90 pounds. When I do shrugs, I make sure that my traps are what I'm working, not my rotator cuff. You ever see somebody in the gym doing shrugs and they rotate their shoulders when they're doing it? No, don't do that. Your traps are responsible for bringing your shoulders up and down. Your rotator cuff, which is not a muscle, but part of your joint, is not meant to move when you're doing shrugs. People do that maybe just because it looks cool and it kind of brings out more muscle definition, but in reality, you are really screwing up your rotator cuff. So if you're somebody who plays baseball or tennis or any sort of sport that involves movement of your shoulders, do not roll your shoulders. Here's another angle. Lighting in here was pretty difficult to deal with, so I kind of played around with the colors on my editing software, and I did the best I could, guys. So if you don't like it, then sorry. And another thing, there's one set that you guys didn't see, but the angle was way off, so I decided not to put it in there. I promise. I did 5 full sets. I'm not gonna half-ass anything here. So I did 15 reps per set. Very lightweight. Really squeeze at the top and flex your traps like you're trying to scare somebody away. Make yourself bigger in your traps. That's the key to making your traps grow, in my opinion. So, shorter video than usual, guys, but it was a short but intense workout. Here's the workout here. And make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter at Fitness with AJ, and like the Facebook page. Take care, guys.